I can leave the meeting. Oh,
What?
I would love to do that. Just that come up gives me an option. Leave the meeting. But it gave me an option. You're recording it. I'm not down with it. Got a lot of shit going on in my life. Whiskey Happens here. We have a new segment. We're going to be talking about upcoming bourbon releases throughout the year. Hopefully, this will be a reoccurring thing and we can keep up with it.
Yes.
And backfill things at times. But first, if you're new here, please enjoy this video. Afterwards, if you're so inclined, hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps us get discovered in that YouTube algorithm system. But I'm Garrett Johnson. That's Travis Martin.
Hey-o.
Let's get this shit going.
Yeah. Super excited about this. Like Garrett said, kind of a new segment that we're doing, paying attention always to what's coming out, how big, small, some of these bourbons and whiskeys are not like showstoppers in the sense that they're allocated bottles, but a lot of them are just, releases that are coming out and that either A, we're excited about, or B, we think you should know about because it's something different. So one of the things Gary was saying is we're starting this off new. You're going to see this in February. So we're doing a February one, but I wanted to kind of go back just slightly in January because in Texas and in Virginia, a lot of times, even though they say they're coming out in a certain month, they might be a month behind or a very end of a month. So I wanted to talk about a few that came out in January that I think that there's a few that I think that you guys should go look for and get. And then there are a few that even myself, I know they're out, but I don't know if I'll buy them just because I haven't tried them. So in the comments below, if you guys know about some of these that you've bought or tried, let us know because we might not have tried them either. So a couple like Barrell Craft spirits came out with a couple in January. One was the gray label Seagrass, aged 16 years. That gray barrel is very expensive. They usually range around $250. So I have never purchased one, but 16-year-old bourbon sounds amazing. So like I said, if you guys know anything about it, let us know.
Barrel hovers in between the $60 to $80 range.
Yep.
And then they released a 16-year that it's like 3 times the amount of any bottle they have. And that's where I have the issue.
Well, they're a craft spirit brand. They're light. They're a lot like Peerless and some of these other craft spirits. But like we said, there's other craft spirits that are out there that we consider craft. New Riff's craft. So is New Riff, and so is New Lou. And they're not that expensive, and they're phenomenal juice. So like Gary said, it just depends. Not knocking it. If you guys bought it, let us know below. We'd love to hear what you guys think. Next is Stellam. So Stellam is really coming on the scene really hot and heavy. End of last year, first part of this year, more and more people are reviewing Stellam and doing that. We're actually doing a Stellam Rye review at some point this month. But they came out with Stellam Black Bourbon and Stellam Black Rye. So 2 ones that I can't wait to try the Stellam. We haven't tried them yet. We're keeping it fresh for you guys when we actually do try it. So if it's really good, I'm probably going to go buy it. Once again, price point on those are a little higher. They're both at like $90 a piece, but they should be in your area. They came out in probably mid-January. Next is Booker's Fred's Pick. I have not seen that. Even though it dropped in January, nowhere in Texas has seen that. So I don't even know if we will see it, to be honest with you. It might be such a limited release. Gary, have you seen it in your area yet?
No, but I was going to say maybe we should preface this with, well, we can't preface it because we already started, but I'm just going to add this in there.
Okay.
This is just when they're scheduled to be released.
Correct.
That has nothing to do with whether it makes it to your area or not, because you guys know I live in an ABC state. So if it's up to the lot, well, Booker's doesn't really go into allocated. Booker's would go to the shelf.
Yeah.
But for anything else allocated, they kind of put it together, then let it out at whatever set time.
Yeah.
However, I do get to see a fair amount of the East Coast, and I have not seen it yet, to answer your question.
Yeah.
But I am looking for it. dry January is almost over, and I'm looking to get into the Booker's 04. And obviously, I would like to go into Fred's pick after I finish the 04.
Well, I'm excited for you to send me the Booker's 04, a taste of that, because I want to try that as well. Last thing that dropped, and I actually got my hands on it, is right here, Cream of Kentucky rye. I just actually picked this up. This is a bottled and bond rye. Really excited to get in that. That dropped in January in our area in Texas. So if you guys know Texas well, if you have a Liquor Kings near you, most of the Liquor Kings got that. I don't know many other places that got it. Read a little bit about it. Only did 60 barrels of this. So it's actually kind of allocated. So go out and get it if your Liquor King still has it or an place near you has it. I'm sure it's going to be phenomenal juice. So that'll do it for January for the stuff that I know about. Anything else, Garrett, that you had heard that dropped in January?
No, I'm just going to put this out there, put it into the ether, let the world do with it as we will. But A. Smith Bowman is dropping something soon. Something. I don't know what it is.
You were praying for this.
But they're doing something, and I'm going to find one. Jeez. That may not be entirely true, but Cask Strength should come out in June. So hopefully maybe this year I'll get one.
Hopefully they not make it so allocated and they actually can produce a decent amount of it. That'd be great too.
Well, they're saying it's a new addition to the lineup. So I'm hoping that, they can just keep up with demands, because I didn't see any other release of it after it came. Well, I mean, A. Smith Bowman released it here themselves. And then, I don't know if our lottery system released it yet. And this is what I'm talking about. See, I don't think VABC has released it yet into the system. I don't remember that. What I was about to say is that it did happen in Maryland in about August. And then I've seen it pop up across the internet, other places. But now that I think about it, not that I can remember that Virginia actually released it.
Okay.
So maybe they're going to release it next month. Like I said.
Maybe. Well, what about February?
February, Dickel fans rejoice. The 17-year aged 86 proof. I don't know about that, but also I'm on the fence with Dickel in general. I don't really look for it. If it happens, it happens. But I'm not hunting for it ever.
Yeah, I'm not either. And guarantee you at that price, at 17 years, it's going to be expensive. It's going to be upwards of probably $150. So maybe 120, but I can't imagine spending that much money for a 17-year-old Dickel at 86 proof. You tell me it's 105 proof, 115 proof, and it's 17-year aged. All right, I'm down. But
yeah, I have no clue what it takes to make this barrel or these barrels, but it seems like, I don't know, 86 is not a seller for me, especially if I'm spending over $100.
Yeah,
because I'm not spending large amount of money for low proof items. That's just me. That's just what I would like to spend money on. If you do like that, that's fine. If you're a Dickel fan, that's fine. I'm sure over time of watching this channel, you know that we do not hold it in high regard, but it is what it is. It is what it is. There's nothing shady about that whatsoever. I'm just going to move on.
Move on.
We also have the Kentucky Senator 15 years, 107 proof,
there you go,
but $200 price tag or rumored price tag. I've never had this bourbon in my life, so I probably will not be looking for it. I know that it's rare, it's under 2,000 bottles or something like that.
Yeah, I might buy one just because I love the rare stuff, the stuff that's different. But we'll see. A lot of the places, some places near me do tastings, and so maybe they'll have a tasting of it. It's kind of how I knew I wasn't a fan of the 17 year for other products, and so 17 years is a tough year. I feel like it's that weird range. I've tasted some really good 17 years, and then I've tasted some really not so great. I've said in other videos, 15-year is my sweet spot. I love 15-year age bourbon. Don't know what it is. Almost every single 15-year age bourbon I've ever tried has been phenomenal. So,
all right. Well, then this one is the Elijah Craig A-Lot for 2022.
yes.
And this is what I'm talking about as far as like scheduled to release, although we have it out here. I've seen it in a couple of the places I've traveled to, or not seen it, but tried to get to it in time.
Yeah.
So I've been unfortunate thus far, but if you're a Elijah Craig fan, it has released and or is scheduled to release maybe widely next month, this month. We're already in February, this month. So, 12-year age statement, 123 proof, and same MSRP. Here we pay $69 for it.
Yeah.
Right before we tried recording this, we tried to get Travis a bottle.
We did.
And then since we're already in the A-Lots, we also have the Larceny A-Lot should drop next month. I haven't seen that here. 114 proof. And I think that trends, if you can find it, MSRP should be like $50, $55. I have never seen it for that price in my life. I've never been able to get a bottle that wasn't an exorbitant, or no, I've never gotten a bottle, but because I only see it on secondary for upwards of $100.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're right. And that's the thing, like in Texas, for Texas folks, I would say pretty much for not just Texas, but Texas and Louisiana and Alabama, anybody down south, where if it says it's released in January, very rare are we going to get it in January or February or the month that it's actually released. I would say we're about a month behind usually. So if you know of something that's dropping in your area in that month, I would say if it says it's released in a month, I would say start looking the month at the end of the month and probably closer to the next month, just to give you guys a heads up, because that's kind of how we are down in the South. For some reason, we just don't get it the month that it says it's going to be released.
All right. Well, there you have it. This is our new segment. We're going to try and do this the first Friday of every month, or however the calendar falls, but the first-ish Friday every month. Let us know if you like it, if it's helpful, if it helps you find more bottles, or let us know if there's some bottles we missed and we should put on our radars. I personally am going to try to get the Elijah Craig. It's probably the only thing on this list, just because. No, that's not true. The Larceny as well. I'll probably get the Larceny and Elijah Craig. Travis, was there anything you're going to try to get off these lists?
Probably the same.
Doesn't matter if you like a neat, on the rocks, or in a fucking Coke. Whiskey happens. Cheers.
Cheers.